Hey, everybody. Hey, Kentucky in the house. I see you, Sarita. Just waiting for a couple more people to join, and then we're just going to go over this latest. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Can you tell me if you can hear me? I wasn't saying anything, but can you hear me now? Can't hear you. It's not on mute. You can hear me? Okay. Okay, perfect. I wasn't saying much of anything before then. I was just saying, come on in the room. Hey everybody. Sometimes when the room is loading with people, it'll pause the audio because I have it set to like beeps to come in. Whenever people come in, there's like a beep, beep, beep. So sometimes it'll mute the audio. But I'm glad you all can hear me. Hey everybody. Hey, hey. Thank you, Vanessa. I see you, Sarita. Hey y'all. So we're gonna go over this document. Hi from Arizona. We're going to go over this document that Carmen's attorney filed yesterday. So you know that they just got back from New York, and you heard Carmen saying on the plane, "Oh, I got to get back to Atlanta because I got to take care of some business." But we're going to get down to business. I'm not going to keep you all long tonight. We're going to go over Carmen's response that was crafted by her attorney, and then you all tell me what you think about it. Hey from New York. Not you in the courtroom. Yes, ma'am. Order. Order in the courts. All right, let me see. No, you didn't miss the live. I just got on just now. I haven't gone over anything at all yet. So you're right on time. You're right where you're supposed to be, Cherry. Cherry Smith. What kind of name is that? Is that your stage name or is that your government name? I like it. All right, so we are going to do what we normally do in this room, which is go over a few housekeeping rules, right? I'll keep it brief. So tonight, this morning, whatever it is where you are, we're going to talk about Chef Carmen Smith and Tay, which is her maybe new wife, we don't know, but certainly her fiance. Um, Tay Aceman, Costa, McInnes, Harris, Brown, Aceman Costa. I mean, she Tosta with a T, Mobley, and possibly or soon to be Smith. Definitely. You name it, she claims it. So we are going to get right down to it so I don't keep you all on long. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Quick disclaimer. In a nutshell, I am not discriminatory towards any class of people, be it the LGBTQIA plus community, which I definitely do support, um, handicap, mentally, physically, social, economic class. Anything that I say on this broadcast is directed directly toward the individuals of whom I'm speaking. All right. And that will be Tay and Carmen, right? Or anyone else I mentioned. It's just limited to those people. People take your words and run with it like, oh, she was anti-gay or she was homosexual. No, absolutely not. Don't even try it. So this is a disclaimer to say that that's absolutely not the case. All right. So, and that's my real name. Cherry's your real name, Cherry Smith. Don't commit a crime because I'll be looking you up next. It won't be hard to find your court case at all. All right. So Carmen's attorney came back with this court document, and it's an emergency motion for declaratory, injunctive, and other relief. All right. So just to go over a couple of definitions with you, like we did the other day, just so everyone's on the same page, and I'm level setting. Okay, so, all right, so motion terms and definitions. So, declaratory judgment is a binding judgment from a court defining the legal relationship between two parties and their rights in a matter before the court. When there is uncertainty as to the legal obligations or rights between the two parties, a declaratory judgment offers an immediate means to resolve this uncertainty. So, in other words, when you have two people, excuse me, who own a business, and there is some uncertainty as to what my roles and responsibilities are, what my cut of the business money is, what your roles are, then a judge will look over the evidence, your operating agreement. We'll cover that in a second, as well as just make it by his own discretion, from the facts that's presented to him. And so Carmen is requesting that. She's requesting a judge to step in to say, hey, I need you to resolve this issue of uncertainty between myself, who conceived of the business, and my business partner, who was brought into the business in 2020, right? That's what the court document says. It says 2020, and we'll look at that in a second. All right, so there's also, we talked about this last night, injunctive relief, and that is, it's a relief that can be in the form of the court ordering another person or business to do something or to stop doing something, i.e., for example, stop tarnishing the company's image with personal drama. Stop getting on Facebook and airing out your dirty laundry. Stop coming down to the office and causing havoc. A judge can put a stop to all of that, right? So that's what that definition means. That's what that word means, of that term. And then you have interlocutory injunction. And that is a binding judgment from a court defining the legal relationship between parties and their rights in a matter before the court. When there's uncertainty as to the legal obligations or rights between two parties, a judge offers immediate. So basically, this interlocutory injunction is very, very similar to, the declaratory judgment and the injunction relief. Basically, in layman's terms, to sum it all up, Carmen's saying, I need an immediate emergency order for a judge to step in and bring some order to this chaos and let me know and let Carmen know what our legal responsibilities and rights are as it pertains to this court case that Karina has brought against me, and as it pertains to this business that I started years ago, right? So let's look at the court document. Here it is. Okay. So this is the court document. And I have a marked up version. I don't know why this one is not marked up, but I definitely do have a marked up version. Hold on a second. It doesn't even matter. So this is the court document, right? And this is Carmen's attorney, response to everything that's going on. And I actually find this response very, very interesting. It's obviously, Carmen's attorney is going to try to present her in the best light possible. She referred to her as, a well-known and well received and well-renowned and well-known chef and personality, in the community. She created the seasonings per this contract. She created the seasonings, hard recipes in business, et cetera, et cetera. So she's trying to put Carmen in this light where she's like this pillar in the community. She's a respected person in the community. She's well known. She has an upstanding character and reputation and this judgment is bringing, is tarnishing her name, right? In so many terms. So then it goes into like the background, right? So first you speak um, favorably about your client, and then you go on with the facts, right? So the where's my other one? I have the other one. Okay, hold on one second. Let me load something right quick. Hang on, hang on, teammates. So what to do? So now I want to get to this other document. It's this one. There it is. All right. So here's the marked up one that I have, right? Okay. So, her attorney is going into, on November, that Carmen had this business for quite some time. And she says in 2020 that Carmen agreed to allow her longtime friend Jones, who's boss lady Karina, to become a member in the business. And Smith largely agreed to add Jones to the business assist. So basically, to add her to add her as an owner in the business for 50% originally, right? Let me take these comments off. Sorry, I'll have to turn the chat off for a little bit. Okay, so her attorney is saying that Karina Carmen wanted Karina to join her as a business partner. It didn't say because she needed the money, because she couldn't scale the business. It was very vague. Like, in 2020, she decided to, allow her longtime friend Karina to be a part of the company. Well, usually when people invite people to become part of their company, they need the money, they need the capital, they need the credit, they need something from them. So that they didn't go into that. They were very deliberate about keeping that very vague, right? So so let me go back one. So they're saying that there was a 50-50 agreement originally, but then in 2021 that Carmen that boss lady increased the percentage to 75-25, right? It's here. So in July 2020, 50-50 ownership. And so Carmen says that for unknown reasons, that Corinne, boss lady, began to act very basically jealous, right? Very erratic and obsessive towards her when she got engaged in 2020. She didn't get engaged in 2020. She got engaged in 2022. So I found so many errors with this contract. It was very, very interesting. So you know, that's an error right there, right off the bat. Who's your attorney? Like, who's fact checking this paperwork? So again, for whatever unknown reasons, Jones, which would be Karina, began to exhibit erratic and obsessive behavior toward Carmen, and which all of a sudden when she got engaged. Since Smith's engagement, Smith and Jones have been unable to cooperatively run and operate the business. And Jones has been wrongfully usurping her control, which means overriding it, and almost every aspect of the business, right? Despite the fact that the date is completely wrong, right? That information is so one-sided, obviously, right? There's no mention of, the friction that Carmen's new fiance has caused between her friends, her family, all of that. But I'm sure that'll probably be something that Karina, her defense, will use at some point down the line. So they're trying to paint this picture of, Carmen being this hardworking, upstanding, respectable pillar in the community who's so honest and, upstanding contributing member to society. And that when she finally found the love of her life, Karina, her longtime friend, business partner, and friend, became so jealous that it impacted their relationship adversely, and that made Karina basically start doing things with the organization to spite Carmen, because of that, because Carmen got into a relationship. But we all have had a front row seat and floor seats to what's going on, so we know that that's not exactly true. All right. So it goes on to say that Carmen, she wants a separate temporary protective order, which usurps the attempt to seize Jones's perceived unilateral control over business. That just means that Carmen is asking the judge to override whatever clause in their agreement that gave her the right to, or even if she didn't have the right to. She's asking for the judge to throw down the gauntlet and say, this is what it's going to be. You own 50% and you own 50% of the company, and you have equal rights in this organization, and you have to work together collaboratively, to come to some type of agreeable terms, etc. That's what Carmen wants. But Boss Lady's not trying to work with her on a 50-50 partnership from what I get from the documents. It's just been too much damage that's happened. But there was something in this contract that struck me as very odd, in addition to that date era. In the contract, it says, let's see. Okay. So this is the part right here that really is very, it to me gives Karina the leg to stand on that she has, right? It says, in entering into the agreement, the intent of each member is to actively engage in the management of the company. Each member shall have the full, complete, and exclusive authority, power, and discretion to manage and control the business, property, and et cetera, et cetera. That to me is very fuzzy, right? Anytime I've ever gone into any business agreement, or anything with anyone, I have an attorney draw up the contract, and everything is literally spelled out, and it is very clear. It's not ambiguous in any way. This contract says each member shall have the full, complete, and exclusive authority, power, and discretion to manage and control the business, property, and affairs of the company, to make decisions regarding these matters, and to perform all the other acts and activities, etc. So to me, that says that Karina has the right to do what she's doing, because it clearly says there. It says each one of them have the authority to basically do whatever they want, like take control of the business, right? That's what that says to me. That's how it reads to me. And it's not good for Carmen if that is the case, because whoever drew up this contract, it's not to Carmen's favor for the terminology to say that each member has the full, complete, and exclusive authority, power, and discretion to manage and control the business, property, and affairs of the company, to make all decisions. This is what Karina's been doing. She's been making all the decisions. She's been exercising her rights under the agreement, the operating agreement. All right. And an operating agreement with an organization that organizations have in place is basically just it lists who the owners are of the organization, how much they own in the organization, what their rights are, what their responsibilities are, etc. Right. So that's in their operating agreement. So I found that to be very, very interesting. And then, so Carmen is saying, be that as it may, she's asking the judge to issue an immediate and an emergent, basically declaration, saying that they are equal partners in the business, each with equal power and authority to manage and control the business. Now, that's what it should have said in the original contract, but it doesn't say that. So she's asking for the judge to say you're equal. She's asking for Jones. She's asking for the judge to find Jones in wrongful, which is Karina, find her in wrongful possession, custody, and control of the business and its assets. So this is saying she sees this company. She's usurped my power. She's changed the locks on all the doors. She took down the website. She did a lot of things, and that was completely out of bounds. It was not legal, but according to the contract that I read, it clearly says that each member should have the full, complete, and exclusive authority, power, and discretion to manage and control the business, property, and all affairs of the company. That's what you agreed to, whether you knew it or not. Okay, so Carmen is asking for the judge to do this on an immediate basis, right? So she's saying, I don't want to wait until this case is over because that can take a long time. I want you to make a ruling now, today, next week, 2 weeks from now, like immediately on an emergent basis, because I'm locked out of the business and I can't get in to the organization to do whatever it is that I want to do when I get there. Okay. So this is just more jargon. So Carmen's attorney also said that the operating agreement is said that Smith and Jones they enjoy equal access and management authority over the business as an LLC, etc. So she said that there's a substantial likelihood that Smith will prevail on the merits of her claim if there's a trial. So she's saying that if this goes to court and if this goes to trial, Carmen's going to win. Like Karina doesn't have a leg to stand on because, she has overstepped her boundaries. I mean, this is Carmen's attorney saying what she thinks should happen, not what the law is, not what the agreement said. This is what they're asking for, and this is what they're presuming. Let's see. Okay, so business into Smith, an interlocutory injunction is proper, authorized, and appropriate in this case. So, whereas Carmen Smith prays as follow is what she said, right? Carmen Smith prays for this, that the court set this matter down for a hearing on this motion as soon as possible. So again, she wants this done. She doesn't wait for this one to drag out for 2 years because she'll be locked out of the business for 2 years. Like the current state of affairs are such that she doesn't have access to the facility and she doesn't have any control, power, or say so over the company. I mean, that's Karina's discretion. That was in the contract that Carmen clearly didn't read when she agreed to it. Okay, so Carmen is saying that she prays that the court sets this down for hearing on this motion as soon as possible and treat this motion as an emergency motion. So stop the press, stop everything, put everything aside. Like my life is coming to a grinding halt. Okay. I want this done now. But the fact of the matter is, it's really up to the judge to decide if this is an emergent thing or if this should, wait until, to play out to a regular trial. She's also asking that the court issue an order granting, just cover that. She's also asking that the judge finds Boss Lady in wrongful possession, custody, and control of the business and assets. She said that Smith, Carmen, is entitled to equal access and possession of the business facilities, assets, and website. She also said that she's asking the court to issue an order sustaining and enjoining Karina Smith, along with any agent, employee, attorney, anyone within the organization from changing the locks, or otherwise preventing Carmen from accessing the business. So they're saying, okay, we don't want Karina should be changing the locks, and not just Karina. No one at that organization should change the locks when she goes down there to get into the building, right? So they're asking for the judge to say, stop doing that, and you know, you all have to work together until we can get this figured out. And then she says she's also asking that the court issues a restraining and enjoyment order for against Karina, which is boss lady, along with any agent, employees, attorney, even the attorney or other person, an active concert or participation with her from shutting down the website, et cetera, et cetera. It's really tiny on my side because I have it blown up on your side. So she's saying that, she wants people within the organization, boss lady included, to not tamper with the website. She said she took down the website, and that is something that is harming the business, is harming the image of the business, and it is causing all kinds of havoc, and that we, the customers, are basically distraught over this, and we're confused. And no, we're not over here on this page. We're very clear, and I understand that this is a legal matter and that this has to work itself out. In the meantime, you don't have listen. I know they want you to buy the spices, but until this get figured out, I'm okay with using McCormick, or as she said, McCorma. I'm okay with using McCormick and Laura. She called it Laura and Lori's. I'm okay with that, until this gets figured out. So, but what her attorney is trying to say is that, these people are out here and they need their spices. It's how to take time. How are they going to make their sweet potato pie without the sweet potato pie spices? Basically, is what she's saying. Like, this is an emergency. This is a state of emergency. So let's go to the next page. Okay. So Exhibit A. So these are the exhibits that they included with the filing. So Carmen's attorney went onto the website of IGotYouSeasonings.com to illustrate to the judge how the website is taken offline, is not functional. Orders cannot go in. They can't receive orders. They can't take orders. So she's trying to illustrate this to say this is crippling the business. This is like causing irreparable damage to the brand, to the company, to Carmen's good name. And, like they demand to have this website put back up until this is all hashed out, right? So this is one page. So it's I Got You Seasonings. So she's illustrating here how, here's the bundle, right? So this is the bundle collection. Turn this chat off. These are the bundle collections, and she's saying that it's not even for sale. It's up there, but you can't add it to your cart. You can't add it to your cart. Let's see. There we go. All right. So she's saying that it's on sale, but the website is basically defunct at this point. So this is Exhibit A. Sorry, so she tried to add it to her cart here, and then she did the next message, the next page that says, sorry, this bundle is currently unavailable. So she's trying to illustrate how when customers go online to buy these seasons that they so desperately need this holiday season, that this is the error message that they get, right? Let's see. Cookbooks, right? So Carmen says she even took the cookbooks offline. You can't order a cookbook. Sorry, there's no product in its collection. Then she went and demonstrated lemonades. Carmen swears that this is the best lemonade in the world. And I'm not going to say anything negative about it because, again, this company may go on. this controversy surrounding this company does not mean it has to be the death of the company, right? It may be it may be a rebirth of the company, right? Rebirth and a rebranding. And if you really do enjoy the seasonings, I encourage you to continue to purchase them, definitely, because don't cut off your nose to spite your face. If you really like it, but you're not feeling the drama that's going on behind the scenes with all of this. I know a lot of you said that you'll wait until it calms down, and then, when the dust settles, you'll go back and start ordering again. But, I understand your side too. So the gourmet lemonades, Carmen said that this is the best seller. This is the moneymaker. And these people they're going to be thirsty this holiday. What are they going to drink? They can't drink my gourmet lemonades. Yeah. So she's asking for an emergent hearing on that. And then, let's see. Page not found when they try to add the lemonade to the cart. Single seasoning. Sorry, there's no products. T-shirts. So she's basically demonstrating that all of these products that are usually available on the website are not available on the website anymore because of, because the beef that's happening between them. Because Karina has established that she is going to, that she's going to take everything offline, and that she's the person solely responsible for the organization. So I know that was not a lot. It's really simple. Carmen saying, let me in. I want in. Give me the key, the new key. I'm still an owner there, even though the contract did say that either owner. It didn't say both. Or see, this is what I don't know who advised Carmen and what kind of bind she was in when she agreed to bring anyone into her business, not just Boss Lady, but any person trying to get equity in your organization. I told you this the other day, I would never give anyone 50%. But if I was desperate and, whatever the case was, I wouldn't do 50. I would say you have 49% ownership and I have 51% ownership. That's what I would say, because that 51% will always have the final say over decisions in the organization. So why she didn't, do that split, and she's not very business savvy. This is why she brought Karina in, right? I've been following Carmen for a long time, for years, as many of you have. And she used to get the orders out, before 2020. But there were issues like, this organization wasn't nearly as large as it is now, with the financial help and the administrative and operating responsibilities that Karina is responsible for, that fall on Karina's plate, right? So it's just a lot. This is absolutely just a mess. And unfortunately, the people who really suffer are the people who, don't know how to season their food, right? If you really, really depend on these seasonings, like, you're probably not very happy with everything that's going on right now. So that's the answer back from Carmen, hot off the press yesterday. And right now they're just waiting for the judge to give this, to have this emergency ruling, right? And so we're all sitting tight and we're waiting for all that to come down the pike at this point. So I will take some of your comments and questions that you have about this. Let's say someone said that she didn't have the money and that's why Karina stepped in. And I have to say that I could see that being the case, definitely. Someone else said Carmen was bankrupt with no credit or funds due to the previous relationship. Ooh. Okay. And then someone else said, let's see. It's Karen said, I heard that the lemonade is hard as a brick. I ordered the peach lemonade. And again, I'm not going to sit here and talk about the business because no, I'll talk about the people all day long, but a business, you can really hurt an organization with irresponsible comments and stuff. You all can say what you want, but on this platform, for me, I'm not going to do that. But I did order the peach lemonade, and I'm not going to say it was hard as a brick. I don't remember it being hard as a brick, but um, yeah, I didn't place another order for that particular flavor. Someone said the chicken coating is highly seasoned now. What does that mean, Queen Shan? Let's see. So Karina is willing to throw all this away because she's angry Carmen has a partner. All I can say is that she wasn't really Carmen's friend. Shake my head. So, no. I don't know how long you have been following these people, but Carmen she had a whole wife before. Like Stephanie was her wife. And we didn't know anything about any drama. We heard nothing about beef between Carmen and Karina when Carmen was married to Stephanie. We heard nothing. There was absolutely no drama surrounding that. So I find it hard to believe that because Carmen has found someone that she's in love with, she's been in love plenty of times. And we've never seen anything like this from either of them or from this organization, from I Got You. So I really do not think it has anything whatsoever. Karina already has someone. She's married, So no, absolutely not. And again, two soft studs don't go together. We already talked about that. Let's see. I have never seen Chef work so hard. She was pushing those videos out today. I agree with that. I went to her website. She looked very disoriented. She looked very confused. She looked, yeah. You know what? Let me play that clip for you that I'm talking about. I didn't plan on it, but let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Because I did. Hold on a second. She looked out of it. She really did. She looked completely out of it. And she looked like she was not comfortable at all. If you're a chef, cook, or whatever it is that you are, the kitchen should be your domain. You should be completely at ease with it. And I just didn't see that. Let's see. I just didn't see that from her. I had a quick little clip that I wanted to show you all of her earlier. Let's see. It's here. I didn't plan on showing you all this one, so I didn't have to pick it up. But since we're talking about it, I wanted to see what you all thought about it. Let's see why. It's locked. Okay. There we go. Okay. Here. Let's see. This is from today. I have a lot of videos on my phone. It's from today? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Hold up. Let me show you this. Okay, so this is a video. It's a small part or a small clip snippet of this video that Carmen did this morning. And when I looked at it, like I was like, what? Why did she look confused and lost? And like she definitely didn't sound or was acting like herself. And I realized too, these are human beings that we're talking about here, right? So I realized that these criticisms that, all of these platforms, including mine, because clearly I do have an opinion, I realize that these are living, breathing people, right? And human beings. But when you are a public figure, everything you do becomes our business. People are like, oh, why don't y'all mind your business? This is the business that pays her. Like all the interactions and the comments on her page and the views, This is the business that pays her. When you say mind the business that pays you, literally, this is how she gets her money. And anyone and everyone who opens themselves up for, to be this public figure, you open yourself up to criticism. So let me show you this video right quick.
All right. Go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Simple, easy. Turkey or giblet gravy. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Guys, I'm finna show y'all some magic. I got y'all. Alright, promise. Alright. You ready?
So we're putting everything in there for now.
That looks like, let's go with about 2 tablespoons of oil, 2 tablespoons of flour.
Alright, I am ready for you.
Alright, so into a pan, let's take that in 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, because that's what I'm going to use. You're going to know. Okay, so now we got the vegetable oil in our pan. Spread it all around. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of flour.
So that was Cook.
All
To
right.
me,
Go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Simple, easy.
that was Cook to me looking very uncomfortable with her surroundings and what was going on in that video. So, you guys, I don't know if you saw the whole video of that this morning, how she was looking. Someone said she looked sound anxious, and I agree with that. She very disorganized, unprepared for video. Yep, I absolutely agree with that too. She was just, you heard her pause. She had a long pause, like she was thinking of something. And then she, went back to talking about, what she was cooking. It was very distracting. It was very, I was secondhand embarrassed for her, to be honest. She's losing it. How could you not be beside yourself with, let's show this comment, beside yourself and, just completely going bonkers, in your head when you have lost your home, you have lost your business that you built, you have lost your family, you've lost your friends. That's a lot of losses for anyone to deal with. But when you look at it and you wonder what the common denominator is, why, it's just only one thing has changed in the last 5 months since these relationships have been severed, and that is her relationship with Tay. That's it. I don't know why people are like, oh, everybody's just jealous of Tay and they're jealous of Chef. Jealous of what? Jealous of what? There's absolutely nothing to be jealous of either of them about or over. These are just facts that the Rose Goldies cannot accept or see, although she was cussing them out on her page today. So maybe that's probably why I got up to 10K as fast as I did, because people are starting to really open their eyes and see the situation for what it is, which is a very, volatile, short-term arrangement that is absolutely not going to stand the test of time. It's terrible for Carmen to have to deal with this, because when it's all done and said, those bridges that she burnt, she's not going to be able to go back to those relationships. I know. People get in my inbox all the time and they send me information. I know that Carmen has done things that you guys don't, we don't even know the half of the stuff that she's done, behind the scenes, from allegedly stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from the company to go gambling, allegedly. She's done a lot. She's done a lot that people don't know. And she throws the rock and she hides her hands and she gets on camera and she acts like, she's this upstanding person. Like the court document tried to paint her out to be. But people are starting to speak up. in her camp. And when your daughter goes on record, I mean, she was super, super close to her daughter. When your daughter goes on record to say, look, Carmen, call her by her first name. Look, Carmen, this is stressing me out. This is absolutely unacceptable. What are you doing? This is devastating to everyone in the family. When you don't stop and pay attention, when someone like your flesh and blood, your only child, is telling you, listen, you are ignoring all of these massive red flags for what? To say that you're with a nurse, someone who has a college education? I mean, someone who you think is pretty. Someone posted something in my inbox that Carmen had said about light skin and, Tay being light skin with long hair, and that's why she likes her, or pretty hair, or something like that. Light skin with long hair, and I can believe she said that. I can believe that because Carmen's from a different. She's 60, right? And people in that generation and older than her. Let's just be real. Can we talk? Can we be real? I know that people from the South definitely favor their lighter skinned children over their darker skinned children. This is common knowledge in the Black community. If you were light skinned, you were mama's favorite. All right. And that's that ignorant slave mentality, really, that, the older generations carried forth, right? Because you were light skinned, you were the master's child. If you were light skinned, you know, um, they looked at that as something favorable, and light skinned people on the plantation absolutely got favorable treatment. Absolutely. Not, they weren't claimed by the master to be his children. Obviously they were, but they got to work in the house and all that stuff. And that really started the division between light skinned people and dark skinned people in the African American or Black community. And so when I got that note that Carmen said she really is in love with Tay and she loves her so much because she's light skinned with long hair, I can believe she said that. Absolutely. That is thought pattern. If you ever saw the Women of Brewster Place, you'll know that when Oprah Winfrey got pregnant, um, she had gotten, basically, or she had sex with that guy that was coming around her house a lot. He was a player, and she was a very young, innocent girl, and she let him sweet talk her, and she got pregnant, and it was the shame of the family. Shame. Her father was shame. They were hardworking Black people, came from a family of enslaved African Americans. So they sent her away, Oprah, on the show, Women of Brewster Place. And she was walking down the street. She was looking for a place to live once they sent her to another town. And this lady yelled out the window to Oprah, "Hey, where you going with that big red pretty baby?" That's exactly right. That's exactly how the older generation thinks. A red baby, a light skinned baby. Oh yes, you mama's baby. And if you dark skinned, like, you definitely treated like the redhead stepchild back in the day. That's how it was. Fortunately, now we are evolving as a people and embracing our heritage more, and proud to be African and all that. But that wasn't always the case at all. So I can believe she said that. And of course, that's all alleged, whatever. So let me read some of your comments before I hop off, because you all probably stay up all night long. Let's see. Someone said she doesn't have mixed hair. She's regular ass light skin like others. Look at her without wigs. Now, I did find something on Tay like a couple of months ago, that when she was doing her BSN, she went to join some kind of Latina club. Like, it was like, not a fraternity or a sorority, but some kind of club. Like, how colleges have all these different clubs. So she joined the Latina club, and I'm like, okay, all right. So yeah, she is mixed. I mean, you can look at her and tell she's mixed, right? But um, let's see. Block all the angry people. They're in their feelings. That's okay. We'll let them live. Let's see. She was just with Godiva. She was darker skinned, so I don't believe that. Oh, I absolutely believe that. Just because, listen, people who have that mentality, it's not to say that they won't marry someone who is the opposite of what they're attracted to. I know plenty of people who are married to the complete opposite of what they're really truly attracted to. It happens. Like, it just went out. Not sure what happened. Sorry about that, y'all. Sometimes a person's personality can shine through, and you're not so concerned with how they look or et cetera, et cetera. Like that is overwritten really by just the person that they are. But you can totally be attracted to a certain type and get married to someone totally different. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Is her grandma white? So I did notice that. I don't know. Listen, I saw Tay's grandmother. Someone sent me a picture of her grandmother, who's a black woman. I'll post it in the room later. Her grandmother, who's a black woman, and her family, they all look black. So I don't. Somewhere she in there, she's mixed. I think her grandmother's maybe Hispanic because that whole Tanisha Costa. I think Costa. I don't know. I think Costa is her original maiden name, probably. I'm not sure, but I know she's mixed, definitely. I mean, I can look at her and tell she's not, black. Um, well, not entirely, anyway. Let's see. She's mixed. That's right. Can't tell nothing. She thinks she's a sister though. Let's see. That girl was thick. I know. Someone said, Coach, we lost you. For some reason, the stream went down for a second, but thankfully it connected me right back to you guys. Let's see. Someone said, take, and about to go nowhere looking. Oh, that's Carmen. She's looking like, I can't read this. Take, and about to go nowhere looking. She ain't about to go nowhere and looking. Oh, that's Carmen that's looking. Okay, next comment. Let's see. I'll even read the hateful comments because people are clearly jealous of Tay. She's just a woman who looks no different than we all do. We all need to show love for our people. Do better, people. Do better. First of all, Sister Soldier. All right. Again, don't start talking about our people and do better. I'm talking about this one person. Were you not here for the disclaimer? Like, I literally said anything I say about anyone on this platform pertains to that person. Period. So, yeah, let me block you. I'm gonna do like Tay now and block you because that's just ridiculous. Like nobody's here is jealous of Tay. What does Tay have for people to be jealous of? Absolutely nothing. Tay is a bag chaser, period. And me, I make my own bags. So let's see. Is that Carmen sending the angry faces? Carmen and Tay, I know you're watching. Let's see. Someone said the lemonade recipe, country time lemonade mixed with flavored Kool-Aid, and she uses peach twist for the peach. Carmen's ex-wife Stephanie gave it out online, and someone took screenshots of cases. Country time lemonade on the food truck. Oh, wow. Listen, Carmen obviously didn't create or come up with these recipes for spices, right? At all. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm going to reserve my judgment right now. Let's see. Do you all really think the mad faces are hurting anyone? No, we're good over here. That's right. Y'all let these Rose Goldies know. You roll up in here. This is not a Tay and Chef Carmen support group at all. So you may exit left. Let's see. The grandmother and aunt in Tennessee appears to be Caucasian. They do. But I heard her call someone, what did she say? She called someone auntie, and the person was like, something, whatever it was the woman said in response to that, basically gave the vibes that she wasn't, she didn't know much about Tay, right? Because she was asking her something like something really basic, but Tay was calling her auntie. So a lot of people had picked up on that, was talking about that in the comments too. They will fall. The truth is hurting those haters. Let's see. Sister, Sister Soldier, LOL. Yeah, I know who Sister Soldier is. Don't be coming up in here and talking about, oh, y'all jealous. Jealous of what? Tay has literally nothing that I want, need, desire, don't have, and can't get. And not just me, probably all of you too. Let's see. Please keep white and black out of this. I have a boyfriend that is 9 years younger than me. What? Let me hit the block button on you. Yeah, I'm gonna get my Tay on now with these block buttons. Let's see. We need a moderator to block some more of these comments. Listen, these comments are this is a platform where I realize that this group is not dedicated to Carmen and Tay, right? We can't stand Tay, but it's okay for some of them to leave comments sometimes, as long as they don't get too crazy, right? Someone said Tay is not our people. I mean, let's see. Somebody said Tay is waiting to marry. I can't with y'all in here. Tay is waiting. Replying to user Samantha Green. Block her. Okay. Inbox me her username, and I'll take care of it afterwards. Let's see. Tay is waiting to marry the next man, not woman. Wow. Let's see. Replying to user Samantha Green, seek professional help like psychotherapy. Let's see. Samantha Green. I don't see her in here. I have a couple of people who are able to moderate on like a part-time basis, like real sparingly. So if you would like to volunteer to become a moderator, definitely please send me a message in my inbox, and I will set up some time on a Zoom call just to connect with you for like 10 minutes or so, right? Because that's just how I am. Make sure you're a right fit. Make sure you're not some Rose Goldie trying to sneak up and infiltrate. That ain't gonna happen. Let's see. Should have took so that's the best. Samantha Green. Samantha Green must have been saying something crazy in here because y'all are definitely. So someone said that Tay is a gold digger. Someone said, I like it here. You're keeping it real and not disrespectful. I appreciate that. Let's see. Somebody said, when that bag is gone, Tay is out. Someone said, there is no, so who's this? Juanita Treasures. There's no reason to be hateful or jealous of. I just hate the fact that a good business goes down because of bad business practices. Chef set up a page for her personal life, but continued to go back on the business page. She has a lot of old supporters. You know why she did that? Of course, you know why she did that. She set up the page. She started airing her personal business on her cooking page because she had more followers on her cooking page. It's more lucrative for her to set it up on her cooking page. I mean, yeah, the two should have never been mixed, ever. Let's see. Someone said, play that video. Which video are you talking about? Missy Bird, you said play that video. Which one? Let's see. Someone, and this is a question that people have been asking. This is a good question. Did Tay go back to Atlanta with Chef? Supposedly they were supposed to, but I haven't seen or heard her in any of all those videos that Carmen has been doing since she's been back. But I will say this, that's Karina's house, right? So you done talk smack about her, you done disrespected her, you done caused this breakup and this rift, right? Allegedly between Carmen and Boss Lady. You have some gall to go back and lay up in that lady's house. You need to be in a hotel somewhere while you're in town in Georgia, because yeah, Boss Lady's better than me, because I would definitely not have you laying up in my house. Absolutely not. So, someone said, who has a grandma still living and you're 48 years old? That's the real question. Everything is fishy. I agree. It's just a matter of time before Tay is gone and Cook Carmen will be in a straitjacket for real. Antoinette said that. I believe that. It's not going to end well. Definitely not. Never mix your business and personal life. Agreed. Let's see. I saw her there today. Okay, I didn't see that. Thank you for confirming that. She said, yeah, she's there. She came down while Simon was cooking. She's there in Karina's house. Oh, okay. All right now. Why is Carmen still in the house? Isn't it sold? Yes, the house is sold. Let me tell you, the last house of mine that I sold, I had a clause in my contract that after the house closed, that I got to stay in the house for 2 months beyond its closing time. And what happened was they did agree to that, right? They agreed, the person buying my home agreed to that, but they charged me for the 2 months extra that I stayed in my house. I think actually it was just 1 month. So they charged me like $5,000 for 1 month, right? For rent, for staying there an extra month. So, and that was okay, because, I needed extra time. Like I just needed extra time. So just because a house sells and closes, that move out date for the person who's selling the home, you can literally set it to anything as long as both parties agree. Sometimes people want to move in within a few days, and that's in the contract. Sometimes people are buying from out of town, so they're okay with you staying there for a month or a couple of weeks after closing, but she has to be out of that house very soon. Let's see. She said what? I guess I'm blocked. I haven't seen anything since the peak. Oh, well. Oh, wow. I mean, she's going to block so many people that someone said no sound. Can you all hear me? It must be you. See, I'm not in fault this time. You're the only person, Marie Russell, who said that. So I'm assuming everyone else can hear me. Let's see. Someone said, thank you for confirming that you can hear me. Someone said people need to pay attention, more attention to the big picture. Boss lady securing that. Boss lady securing her. Ashley and Victoria doesn't get screwed over. Boss lady is securing that her, Ashley, and Victoria don't get screwed over. Yeah, I saw Boss Lady out, I think today. She was over at CHOA, the Children's Hospital of Atlanta. They had the truck out there and the food looked absolutely delicious. I definitely would be, I don't live very far. I live in a suburb of Atlanta. So I think it'll be good content to go down to the I Got You office. I would never just go there uninvited or unexpected, but um, I'm very interested in going to the I Got You office and there's kind of getting some footage of what it looks like right now behind the scenes, the frenzy to get everything out, and all that kind of stuff, like a day in the life of the I Got You office, something like that. I think you all would enjoy that. And I certainly would enjoy it too. I think it'll help the company. I think it'll help the fans and, the customers really truly understand, what's why there's so many delays and why they can't order anything right now. It'll kind of lift that mystery veil of what they're doing and why it is that they can't get it out. Let's see. Tay is a narcissist. She destroyed her family relationship with Karina. Said, so who cooked the food at Children's Hospital? They had the truck there. They had the truck outside today. I think it was their like their sausage truck today. Let's see. Yeah, Karina, if you're watching this, I would love to come down and do a behind the scenes exclusive. Get some footage of you all. I'm happy to even pitch in for the day. Do something on each station, and you can kind of again give some insight to all of us who are watching and waiting to see what happens, what's really happening right now. I think that'll be super fun. Let's see. Absolutely. Why do so many people hate Tay so much? I don't hate anyone. Hate is a strong term, right? You have to do something to me personally for me to hate you. Let me put it like that, right? Anyone else, I have a strong dislike for, but hate is a really personal thing. You have to do something to me for me to hate your guts. But she hasn't done anything to me, so I don't hate her. I very much dislike her. The problem is Fanny Costa. Fanny Costa, are you related to Tay? Is that why you ask? Somebody do background research right now on Fanny Costa. Fanny Costa. Is that you, Tay? You forgot to change your last name? You want to know why we hate you so much? Why do so many people hate me so much? It's not that we hate your guts. It's just that we don't trust you. We don't. We absolutely do not trust you. And it's not just me sitting behind this computer. It's her family who've had a chance to be in your presence, to talk to you, to be around you. Like that. No, you just know. You've ever been around someone and you know the vibe is off, like you can feel that there's a disconnect, or you can feel like someone like an evil energy coming from them. I've not been around her, so I don't know if that's the case, but clearly they're picking up things that we can't pick up over the computer, and but we still came to that same conclusion. So yeah. Let's see. Someone said, I am so surprised that I'm so engaged by this. I feel sorry for Chef. I do. This lady Tay is clearly on assignment, and the assignment is total destruction. I'm fascinated with the fact that Cook Carmen is so blinded by all the things this connection. I agree. I think that it's kind of like an old, dirty old man. You ever seen it? Like an old man out with like a younger, because Tay's not young, she's 50, but a younger girl. And you can't tell him anything. He think he is the Don. He think he is, you know what I'm saying, like that dude, because he has what he considers to be a prize. Light skin, long hair, all that. So that is really the category that I find with Carmen, because I just don't see the chemistry between them at all. Someone said Carmen is in lust and not love. And this comment is true. Game recognized game. And Tay is playing chess and Carmen is playing checkers. I'm telling you, I have said that many times. Tay is playing chess, baby. Absolutely. She's playing what's called the long game, right? So a lot of you all are like, oh, they won't be together by Christmas time. Yeah, they'll be together by Christmas. This is called the long game. You, yeah, you're in it. You're in it for the long haul, definitely. Someone said Fanny Costa is a fake page. I already knew that, which is why I blocked her. Tay has a really bad attitude, and I don't think that she was ever even a nurse. I believe she wasn't working the whole time when she first met Chef. She is a nurse. She is a nurse. She's an RN. She's a BSN, right? So here are the levels to nursing. You could be a CNA. This is the order. CNA, LPN, RN, which is an ASN, which is an associate of nursing, right? So when you hear people say, when I run into professionals and they say, yeah, I'm a nurse, I'm an RN, I always ask, are you an ASN or are you a BSN? There's a distinct difference between the two. One requires a 2-year college degree, and that's an ASN, right? You can get an associate's in nursing. You can get a nursing degree, and that's really technically what an RN is, right? A registered nurse. But people do use the terms interchangeably too, right? BSN sometimes will say I'm an RN, or they'll let you know I'm a BSN, right? So you have your CNA, your LPN, your RN, which is an ASN associate, your BSN, which is a 4-year college degree, and nursing was your major. And then you go and take the nursing exams. And then you have, then you start moving into like your masters of nursing, your MSN, and then your PA, right, in nursing, your NP, your NP, nurse practitioner license, which is doctorate level. So she is a nurse. She's a BSN. Like I said, I'm not going to take anything from anyone. I'm going to call it as it is, right? She's definitely a nurse, 100%. Now, whether she was working or not, now what I did find interesting is, and I have shared this in the room, that although she's a nurse, she's not licensed in the state of Texas as a nurse. Now, I already know, please, that they have these laws where you have what's called a compact nursing license, or basically it used to be called a reciprocal license, right? So I already know that if you get licensed in your home state, that you don't have to necessarily get licensed in states that participate in this agreement that says you're a nurse. Oh, you're a nurse in Florida? All right, we'll recognize that nursing license. Most of the states do. I just find it really interesting that Tay never went and got, you're in Texas, you're not doing anything, you're not working right now. Why haven't you gotten a actual Texas license? I just find that very, very weird and strange. I don't know if it has something to do with the background, and perhaps when she got that license in Florida, maybe they didn't do a national search, for her criminal records, and I don't know. I can go on and on down that rabbit hole. I have no idea. I just know that she does not have an actual license for the state of Texas, and her license in Florida is where she originally got licensed in Florida, and she still has that as her home state for her licensure. She should have definitely changed that by now because she lives in Texas, but you still have your home state as Florida. Yeah, I just find that all very interesting that you haven't done that. You are required to do that. Let's see. Replying to Fanny Costa. I thought you were blocked. Okay, maybe I missed her. Let me see. Let me go back. What else? I think that's basically it, you all. I want to say again, I know that I posted something in the room. I really appreciate you all getting me to 10K. Now it's past 10K, it's like 10.2, whatever follows. I really appreciate all the teammates because I mean, clearly this is something that you all are enthralled with, and that you feel strongly about as I do. So it's always like amazing to connect with other people who are on the same wavelength as you about, especially some kind of like drama, like what's going on with them. So I'm super grateful to all of you for following me. I've been on this platform for this page for less than 3 weeks, and like you guys have taken me over and above. So I really, really appreciate you all very, very much. I value your participation and engagement in the program. Lots of good stuff coming up. We're going to starting this Saturday. We're going to have the Ask Nandy segment to the show. So I sent out something and posted something on the page about that. If you want to be on the Ask Nandy segment, please send me a 1-minute video of yourself letting me know what your problem, question, situation is. And I will replay it back on the next live on Saturday and give you my advice, my opinions, and people in the comments will also chime in and tell you what they think you should do. Should you leave them? Should you stay? Should you go to your Nana's house for Christmas, even though you can't stand Nana's new man? Yeah, I want to know all of I want to hear from you. I don't know everything. I am not a therapist. I'm going to just let you know that now. As I shared with you, one of my undergrad degrees is a bachelor's of science in psychology. That's one of my undergrad degrees. So I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist, but I'm not a fool either, right? And I've been living on this earth for almost 40 years. So I will endeavor to give you the best advice that I can. And I'm also going to take a poll at the beginning of the Ask Nandy section for you guys to chime in and let me know, take a vote on what you think that person should do. So sometimes we just need that outside opinion on things, right? We need to hear from a neutral party, someone, again, as I said the other day, who's not as close to the situation as we are. The other thing that's rolling out is the small business spotlight. So many of you have reached out to me already with requests to be part of that. And I'm definitely looking forward to getting you on this platform and getting you in front of people and elevating your business to the next level by way of exposure, right? Because these videos go all around the internet. And, I want to use my platform responsibly. And I see you all are still up and fighting in the comment section. And that is that's exactly what this show is about. This channel is about is, you all getting down in the mud with the Rose Goldies to not in a vicious way. Like I haven't seen anyone use profanity, but both of you saying what you feel and how you feel about the situation. That's what a forum is for, right? I don't go around deleting comments when I see them, not all of them. When I see people in favor of, Tay, okay, that's your opinion. Now, some of you I do block because you get a little beside yourself. If she has a criminal record, she may not be clear on federal background investigation. Exactly. So that may be the case, maybe she don't want to chance it with going to apply for Texas because maybe maybe they might do a federal or a national search and discover, that she was convicted, right? In Virginia for larceny. She was found guilty and she was sentenced to 12 months or 1 year in prison, but that sentence was suspended. Basically based on the fact that if you don't have any more reps with the law within the 12 months, then we'll keep the sentence suspended. But if you do anything else, you have any other rubs with us, then you're gonna have to do the 12 months. So I don't know, maybe when she was getting other licenses that hadn't come up, they hadn't checked Virginia. I hire people all the time, right? And I can tell you that, and I've been hired plenty of times. I can tell you some organizations do not do a national search, criminal background search, for a number of reasons. If you're a small, especially if you're working for like a small business, a national background search costs maybe 3 times as much. It costs more money to search for someone's criminal background nationally, on a national level. So a lot of times organizations will just check the state that you're living in, right? Because it's cheaper to do a one state background check. And they're thinking like, you live here, this is where you live, or you grew up or whatever. So they only check that state. A lot of them do not check across the nation. And I'm not saying for nursing specifically, I mean just hiring in general. I know this to be factual, definitely. So perhaps she is scared of, she's afraid of, that some things may come back, because you cannot have stuff on your record like that and be a nurse. So, but Tay is she's very bold to be up on a national platform like this, like Facebook and Instagram, and doing what she do with her background being what it is. There's a lot of investigators in this room, and they definitely can do some damage if they wanted to, with the digging and all that kind of stuff. So let's see. Ooh, she went to jail. She did not go to jail. She was convicted to a 1-year prison sentence for larceny in Virginia, but she copped a plea deal. And the judge said that yes, you have 12 months. She didn't go to jail. They was called suspended the sentence. So she was on probation basically for 12 months or maybe even more. I don't know, but certainly it was suspended. Um, you know, um, Pending she didn't have any more roughs with the law, right? So she didn't go, but she was convicted and sentenced. Let's see. Are you a judge? Yes, on this show I am. Let's see. She's a travel nurse. She works on contract. That's another thing that I talked about in my small close group. And even in this group, she is a travel nurse. And I know lots of travel nurses, and I know probably some of you are travel nurses on this platform. And I know you all know travel nurses too. I can tell you that during COVID, a lot of things were very lax. A lot of things from background, especially if you work for like a third party company, I've seen them look the other way. If you had a nursing license, and you told them that you had some brushes, or even if you didn't disclose it, sometimes if they found it, they will turn the other way because they needed that like they get paid per person, obviously, these contract companies. But when you work for a hospital or a health system, that's when, like, for real, you get checked out, like from A to Z, right? They're going to do that national search at the hospital. They're going to dig and dig and dig, and if you have anything that's buried, they're going to find it when you actually work for that organization. So I find it interesting that Tay doesn't actually work for a hospital or health system in Texas at all. Because why? Why don't you? Like, why aren't you on staff at Texas Medical Center? Why aren't you? I just find it really interesting and very curious. And I suspect if I dug around some more, I could find some stuff, but I don't have time for that. Let's see. Tay looks old and like a transsexual, or he or she like a transvestite. That's not nice. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know this. Thank you for telling me this. In the state of Virginia, Darlene Hurt said in the state of Virginia, after 7 years, they do not look at your background. It's good to know. Somebody said, ooh, wee. Someone said it was dismissed. It was not dismissed. Absolutely not. The sentence was suspended. And again, I shared with you what that means. It was not dismissed. That's what she said. She got online and said it was dismissed. I didn't have to go to court. That's a lie. You were absolutely convicted and found guilty. I showed the document on another live. So it was not dismissed. Absolutely not. Let's see. Someone said, where's Rico? I haven't seen Rico. Have you all seen him in any of the videos? I feel sad for Rico because I know that by the end of the year, what's going to happen to him? Obviously, he's not. I mean, from what I can tell, I don't know that he's capable of living by himself financially or otherwise. I don't know. It's kind of a sensitive subject, so I don't want to, touch too hard on that, put too fine a point on that. But, I'm curious about that too. What's going to happen to Rico? Let's see. Someone said, how is Tay beautiful with fake hair, fake eyes, and I'm not mad at y'all tonight, and little teeth? Oh my God. Someone said, you're probably nervous because he ain't got no place to live. What is he going to do? Yeah. I mean, I hate that Carmen brought him into this equation. Why did you have to put him in the middle and make him choose between you and Karina? Why did you have to do that? Because this man had a job at the company and obviously was getting paid. And now he doesn't have a job and he doesn't have a place to live. And he's not going to be living in Tay's house. That's not going to happen. It's not. So I really feel bad for him. I really do. Let's see. Someone said during her collard green video today, I heard him. Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that. And someone said with her big caterpillar eyebrows. Oh my. Let's see. Y'all gonna leave this man alone about his orange shirt. Yes, earlier he had on that. So with y'all. Let's see. Tanisha Casa is licensed for Texas and dual license for California. That's a lie. She's not licensed in Texas at all. She's not. She doesn't have a Texas license, is what I'm saying to you. If she's licensed by way of, and I didn't even see that, by way of the compact license, maybe, but she does not. She did not go to the Texas Board of Nursing and apply for a license in Texas. She didn't. So I'm definitely, anything that I say on here, if I say that, I looked into that, or she definitely is a nurse, you can believe that I've already looked into it very thoroughly before I brought it to you. Let's see. Does anyone know Tay's age? Tay is pushing 50. Someone said that they think that Tay's whole family is in on the scandal with Chef, and shame on them because they know she's just there to get the bag. Wow. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get off because I do have a job to go to in the morning. But actually I'm working from home tomorrow, so I'll be on with you guys in and out during the day. But thank you all again so much for staying up with me. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate the interaction. I'm trying to do something totally different with this platform and bring you things in a different way. I mean, Yeah, I'm just trying to do something different here, to engage you, to stimulate you, and just keep you interested. So, thank you all for receiving me very well. I really and truly am grateful for that. I don't know that enough people get on their lives and talk about how grateful they are to the people who follow them, but I truly am. So, I hope you all have a wonderful night, and you are welcome to continue your discussion about Carmen and Tay in the comment section under this post. If you're not following me on Facebook and YouTube, please do so. Of course, you can just search me up by looking for Tay and Chef Carmen deep dive into the drama on both channels. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.